Mama,
Mhm.
what are you doing? Mommy's nice. I'm doing water. And you put the water on the way.
So the number one reason is iron deficiency. And right now, as a doula, well, I have not completed my practical side of being a doula because of this whole lockdown thing going on. But it's not really important to me now because I'm not even able to practice now because of my kids. I decided to get the doula certification because I saw all the disparity and the rate at which black women die during childbirth, and actually not during childbirth, postpartum. So I decided to get some courses in postpartum care to help black women, and even when I go back home, something that I can do for my women. As a postpartum doula, I was just reading about how much women are forced to feed the babies at 4 months, at 5 months, and I can attest that as a first time mom, I was just like, oh, my baby's gonna eat, just that feeling that you want to see the baby doing something, like progressing, yeah. So you just want to feed the baby, but the consequences, if the child is not ready, is not worth it. And it's sad that some pediatricians advise mothers to feed their baby, and the number one thing they tell them is iron deficiency. Now let's talk about iron deficiency. If you as a mom do not have any concerns about iron, because they check your blood during your labor and before you deliver, and so if there was no concern and your blood volume is okay, your hemoglobin is okay, there is no need to be worried that your child is not getting adequate iron. Now listen to me, please. Don't misquote me. If you are worried, the best way to find out is to get a blood draw of your baby. You cannot decide from looking at the child that, oh, they need iron, and then you start feeding them with foods with iron. They're gonna end up getting constipation. Remember, there's also a thing called iron toxicity. If you end up giving them more than they need, that is also another issue. So if you have a concern, or if you're worried that your child might not be getting they are deficient in iron, you have to get a blood draw. So what I'm trying to tell you is that the main thing that they use to bully parents, especially first-time mothers, into feeding their babies is that the baby is not getting adequate nutrition. Well, I can tell you, as somebody who has done child nutrition, that it's not really the baby gets all they need from breast milk. Now, there are instances where a child may be given food when they have really, really serious GERD, reflux. So sometimes the mom is advised to add some food, and that is per their doctor's advice. And maybe that is the only option. I haven't seen any mom who had to do this, as in being the only option that they had. But if that's your only option to prevent your child from aspirating or dying, then of course go for it. But I want to say there's absolutely no need to rush your child to eat, because what's going to happen is your child is not going to take these foods well, that your child is going to start getting constipation, and then now you have to resort to medication, which is also going to cause other consequences. So as for babies, what you want to do as a mom to make life easy for you, or easier for you, is to go with their pace. Of course, situations vary, but this is my own little advice to you. So Judah is 7 months old, and people are asking me, when are you feeding Judah? What is Judah eating? Why is Judah so big? Judah is exclusively breastfed, and so right now I'm not giving him any food because he's not ready to eat. The way I can tell that he's not ready to eat is because he's not sitting up by himself. He still falls over after he says after some time, maybe a few minutes, he falls over. So I'm still waiting for him to build more core muscles, for him to be able to sit up and for him to be able to grab food, because I want to try baby-led weaning. This time I'm not really gonna go into purees. Maybe purees would be like a snack, maybe if you're on the go or something, but purees will not be our main food, unlike I did for Isabel, because I was forcing her to eat and she wasn't able to eat the foods that I was giving her. So now I forced her to take the purees, and now from there, you know, this thing always creates a circle effect. Like from this you go to that, more issues. So she couldn't pick foods that she liked because I was forcing her to eat those foods. So I always had to figure out what flavor she wanted, what she want, and then I will buy this she wouldn't eat. But with baby-led weaning, baby is able to eat what they like, and they are used to the taste. Next time they know this is what I want, and you mom get to know that this is what they want to, and you just give them. They're not eating it, they don't want it, and it's food you are eating anyway, so it doesn't go to waste. For me, it's cost effective, it teaches the baby a lot. So yeah, I wanted to share that with you. Judah is teething and it's just so sad. My baby is just like he looks like so pitiful, like he's always like and he wants me to hold him, but he doesn't want to be held. He wants to sit, but he doesn't want to sit, and it's just so sad to see him like that. um it's amazing, or it's interesting that he is not biting. Sometimes I wish he could even bite because I feel so, he wouldn't bite on anything. If I give him a cloth to chew on, he wants me to put something in his mouth, but he doesn't hold on to it. I put my hand in his mouth, he doesn't. He will suck, but he wouldn't chew, which I think the chewing would give him more relief, but he doesn't chew. And I do not know if he doesn't have the urge to chew, or it's so painful that he cannot chew. So we're just waiting for this to pass. I see the teeth coming out, the tooth coming out, and so maybe if he is like Isabel, that means he's going to go a couple of days, because Isabel will teeth like for a whole month, and we will be waiting for that tooth to come out and nothing will be showing. So I'm just hoping he's not the same way. So that's that about baby food, my baby update. So if you are breastfeeding and especially if you're a first time mom, you'll be so pressured, like I want to see my baby eating. If you don't have to, or you are confused, this is my little advice to you, that you don't have to. You can wait for your baby for when they are ready. Nothing, don't worry about their weight. Trust me, my two babies have shown me that weight doesn't really matter unless there is a health concern, which you can find out by just looking at them. You have to take them in for testing. So you can just force your baby to eat because you are worried about something that you are not sure of, which might cause more issues. So yeah, that's my little advice to you. Take your time, mama, take your time. There will be plenty of time for you to cook, and you even be like, man, I don't know how to feed baby. So enjoy this time of baby just being on your breast milk. The way I see Judah, we might start probably around nine-ish month. The way I see him, yeah. Food before one is just for fun. Thank you for watching.